You just go for it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Golurk. This is going to be a Golurk sweep, bro. One of my favorite things about Gym Leader Challenge format is playing cards that are banned in other formats, like Marshadow and Mismagius, which are both banned in expanded format but go great in my Psychic type Gym Leader Challenge deck. Now, if you're new to Gym Leader Challenge format, don't sweat it. It's a ton of fun and super easy to get into. There's just a couple of rules to keep in mind while you're getting started. First and foremost, it's a singleton format, so you can only play one of each card except basic energy in your deck. Next, it's a monotype format, so you have to pick your favorite type of Pokemon, whether it's Psychic, Grass, Water, or Lightning, and then build your whole deck only using those type of Pokemon, like a Gym Leader would. And then finally, my favorite rule, there are no rule box Pokemon allowed in Gym Leader Challenge. So no overpowered Pokemon V, V-Star, V-Max, or anything like that. And the resulting format is an absolute blast. Players all around the world are enjoying Gym Leader Challenge format. The format has been featured at regional championships and international championships in the form of side events. And this is just the beginning. So it's never been a better time to build your first Gym Leader Challenge deck. If you haven't already, make sure to head on over to gymleaderchallenge.com. There are some great getting started guides, and make sure to join the Tricky Gym Discord, where there are always players looking for a new Gym Leader Challenge opponent. The main idea of this deck is to set up Garbodor with its Garbotoxin ability to completely turn off all other abilities in play. This allows you to slow the opponent down and build up your main attackers like Necrozma and Golurk. Golurk's Reinforced Punch attack does 60 damage plus 90 more damage if it has a tool card attached to it, which combos perfectly with Garbodor, since Garbodor also has to have a tool card attached to it in order to activate Garbotoxin. Necrozma's special laser attack does 100 damage plus 60 more damage if there are any special energy attached to it, and we play a bunch of special energy in this deck, like double colorless and twin energy to help power up your Golurk, as well as counter energy, mystery energy, and horror psychic energy. So plenty of special energy to choose from. And with Guzma and Hala in the deck, you have the perfect supporter card to get all of these tool cards and special energy, since Guzma and Hala allows you to search out a stadium card, a tool card, and a special energy card when you play it for your turn. So it's the perfect supporter for this deck that wants to find all three of those things. We also have Mismagius and Marshadow in this deck for draw support. Mismagius's Mysterious Message ability allows you to knock out Mismagius and then fill your hand to 7 cards. Now, giving up a prize might seem like a very steep cost for an ability, but it combos really well with this deck since it activates cards like Counter Energy and Counter Gain, allowing you to swing with some really strong attacks early on in the match. And then Marshadow's Let Loose ability makes it so that both players shuffle their hands into their decks and draw 4 cards when you play Marshadow from your hand to the bench. With Scoop Up Net, you can use Marshadow multiple times in a game, which is a lot of fun. Check out this deck in action and let me know what you think of my Ability Lock Psychic Gym Leader Challenge deck in the comments below. All right, best of luck to Brandon. Brandon is playing his Water Gym Leader Challenge deck with his favorite Pokemon, Cramorant, leading the charge. I absolutely love that about this format, that you can just play a lot of your favorite cards in your deck. I've got an excellent start myself with Shining Mew. Can accelerate energy. It's also got free retreat. I do need to watch out because it has only got 30 hit points, but I'm pretty sure we're chilling. We're going to bench Golett. I'm going to Nest Ball, and we're going to go try and set up either Garbodor. Let's see, is the Garbodor in the deck? The Garbodor is in the deck. We could also potentially Evolution Jammer Banette. Both of those will be very good. We've got the Banette in the deck. Misdreavus is also going to be strong for us to be able to allow us to draw cards. We've got Mismagius in the deck. Golurk is in there, and Golett appears to be prized. So if I've got my Hisuian Heavy Ball, yes, that'll be a good target. Oh, Golett is actually not prized. There he is. Sorry, Golett. And then we're just going to grab the Trubbish for sure. We're going to attach the counter energy probably to the Golett. And I am going to pass. Yep, seems good. I don't want to just lay down the Parallel City turn 1 because Brandon might have a counter in his hand. And if that's the case, then the Parallel will effectively do nothing. So it's just a dive from Brandon. And that Cramorant is invincible this turn, which is super good. Float Stone on the Trubbish is exactly what I want. I can put the Psychic Energy onto the Shining Mew. We're going to parallel Brandon. I am playing a Lusamine in this deck, so we have the option to get those stadiums back if we want them. And I've got the turn 2 Golurk and the turn 2 Garbodor ability lock going first. So that means that Brandon cannot use any abilities because of that Garbotoxin ability that I've got over here. And I can use Legendary Guidance to go accelerate 2 energy from my deck. And we're going to go get these 2 guys. You know what? Giving my Golurk free retreat seems kind of insane. So we're going to give it free retreat, and we're going to make it hurt when Brandon hits it. So this Golurk is juiced up and ready to go. If Brandon takes a knockout on the Shining Mew, let's see, he's got Arita. Arita can grab any item card from the deck and a water-type Pokemon. So that means that Brandon could get Field Blower, but that would be the only thing Brandon's getting. So it's not necessarily going to help out at this point in the match. I could also set up potentially an Evolution Jammer Banette to stop Brandon from evolving Pokemon, which could be very good. It's not free retreat. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you. The Mystery Energy is not free retreat. It's just 2 less. And then, so it's kind of wasted on this Golurk because the Golurk has got a retreat cost of 4. Kind of a hefty fellow. And what Brandon is seeing, if Brandon, all right, it's got the Field Blower, that's fine. Can remove the Parallel and the Float Stone from my Garbodor. Flips a Tails on Cramorant. I'm behind on prizes now, so the counter energy is activated. And I can promote Golurk. We've got Evolution Incense, Ball Guy, and Tag Call. I think we're just going to put the U-turn board onto the Garbodor, which is great because it just like can't really get it can't really get Field Blowered, right? Because it's just going to keep coming back. So we've got that. Let's Tag Call real quick. I might want to Guzma and Hala. We're going to get both of these guys. And I really love the Tag Call engine because it's 1 card that gets you 2 cards. And then, you know, Guzma and Hala gets you a whole bunch of other cards. I think we're kind of past the point of the Jammer Banette. And instead, we're going to go with Guzma and Hala to go get some other cool cards out of the deck. Like this Twin Energy and the Muscle Band, and that's it. I like that. It's cool. Potentially should have kept the Ball Guy and gotten rid of the Evolution Incense, but it's cool. We're chilling. We're going to put U-turn board here and Muscle Band here. I did want to get another tool card so that, you know, I can just Reinforce Punch without having to Megaton Fall. And then I can drop the Twin Energy onto Garbodor so it doesn't get gusted, but I'll just keep it in my hand for now. We're just going to Reinforce Punch and take the knockout. And what's dope is that I've got enough energy on the Golurk to continue using Reinforce Punch even without the counter energy activated. And we've just got Garbodor set up turn 2. And even with the Field Blower, most decks don't play more than 1 Field Blower. And a lot of decks in Gym Leader Challenge are very reliant on their abilities, right? You've got grass decks, pretty much non-functional without their abilities. The water deck, pretty much not functional without its abilities. So a Garbodor deck is a very good counter strategy to these kinds of ability-based decks. Yes, you can only play... All right, yeah. People in the chat got me. Yeah, you could only play one Field Blower. Sure, you could play one Field Blower. You could play Faba. You could play Startling Megaphone. You could play Tool Scrapper. There are a lot of tool removal cards. What I meant to say is that you can only play one tool... is that most decks only play one tool removal card, is what I'm trying to say. If that makes more sense. All right, I'm going to use my Cynthia and Caitlin this turn. We're going to Cynthia and Caitlin and discard... Probably discard the Psychic Energy. Discard the Scoop Up Net. That's fine. I don't really need it anymore. And let's go get Ball Guy back. It's fine. We've got Gloria and we've got Ball Guy. I can Gloria next turn. We'll attach... I don't really care to attach any of my energies to these guys, so I think I'm just going to Reinforce Punch again. Take this knockout. Next turn, I'll Gloria, attach an energy. The following turn, I've got Colress or Boss. There's my Beach off the prizes. That's good. Now, the best thing that Brandon can do, probably Confuse Ray, right? To try and slow my Golurk down, since that's... This Golurk is basically running away with it right now, right? Because of how strong he is. 150 hit points on a stage 1. Can do 150. It's doing 170 damage right now with the Muscle Band attached. The Guzma and Holocard is really good in this deck since we do play a lot of special energies, and we also are pretty reliant on our tool cards with both Golurk and Garbodor wanting those tools. And sure enough, what I had expected is come to pass. We've got Golurk confused. I think I kind of want to Ball Guy to thin my deck, is what I'm thinking, rather than play the Gloria, because I want to kind of get these Ball Search cards out of my deck so that when I Colress, I just find good stuff, because I've already got... Like, I'm going to have my Pokemon set up, so I pretty much will not need them anymore. I don't think that there is any Pokemon, basic Pokemon, that I want with the Hisui and Heavy Ball. So let's Quick Ball away the Hisui and Heavy Ball, and we can go set up this guy, who's like our next best attacker for sure, Necrozma. Necrozma's insane. So we're going to get this guy going. And then we can Level Ball. And let's go get Mimikyu. That seems fine. A lot of these attacks that Brandon could potentially use are attacks that... you know, are like Hydro Pump, though, so Mimikyu's not going to be as good. I'm down to just go with Misdreavus. If my Garbodor gets knocked out, I can just use Misdreavus to do something crazy. That's kind of cool. So we'll grab that. And then let's just continue thinning the deck a little bit more. I'm going to Ultra Ball away Gloria and Beach. And get one more card. Just like the Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is quite good. So now we have a pretty solid board state, lots of Pokemon in play. We're going to drop the Twin Energy onto the Necrozma, and I'm just going for it. Reinforce Punch, that's a heads. You know, Confusion only works 50% of the time. So that feels pretty good. And I'm sure that's, you know, for Brandon, that's got to feel pretty bad, because that's kind of like your strategy. You're hoping that I at least attempt to play around the Confusion. But at this point, like, I'm already in the lead, so I can afford a Tails Flip on Confusion. There's no point in trying to play around of it, right? There's no point trying to play around it, because This Golurk could honestly just keep attempting to swing until it goes down, and I'm still going to be doing pretty good with that. And I think that this game is showcasing just how powerful the Garbodor is. Drizzyle's Shady Dealings doesn't work. Octillery's Abyssal Hand doesn't work. Starmie's Space Beacon ability doesn't work. Frostmoth's Ice Dance ability won't work. Every Pokemon that Brandon has in play either has an ability or evolves into a Pokemon that has an ability. Right here, Rare Candy into Inteleon, right? Usually, you would get to Shady Dealings for 2 trainer cards. But with Garbodor in play, it's not happening. So, Brandon just has to try and build up that Aqua Bullet manually. And then I have the option to go for the extremely greedy play of Boss on the Inteleon. Yes, I could go for the extremely greedy Boss Inteleon play if I want to. There we go. Or I can just Colress for a lot. I feel like you miss all the shots you don't take, right? You just go for it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Golurk. This is going to be a Golurk sweep, bro. A confused Golurk sweep. Golurk. Man. Honestly, working better upside down. Doing its thing. That reinforced punch cannot be stopped. Again, Brandon has got the Frostmoth. Ice Dance, unfortunately, cannot power up Wailmer. Evosoda into Octillery, but Abyssal Hand doesn't work. And has to just pass it back. I'm going to attach again to my Necrozma and Colress. And at this point, you know what? You done good, Golurk. You done good. You can rest easy, buddy. Gonna get rid of those. I think I want to keep the Horror Psychic. We'll get rid of that. That's fine. You done good, Golurk. And we're gonna Special Laser, which does 160 damage if Necrozma has any special energy attached to it, which it does with the double colorless or the twin energy. We've got both twin and double colorless in the deck, since they can both be used to power up not only Necrozma but also Golurk and also Mismagius. You can attack with this thing. Hypnoblast. I'm just saying, sometimes you're going to mess around and Hypnoblast. You know, when the time is right. Looks like Brandon is going to get the Wailord into play, but can't attack with it yet. And I just have Special Laser for 160. And I don't think that Brandon can get enough energy on the Wailord to be able to take the knockouts. Would need 2 energy. So it's going to boss and stall, which is the best strategy that Brandon has for sure. I've got Lusamine, thankfully, so I can go get some stuff out of my discard pile. We're going to go get probably... At this point, it feels like Beach would be very good for me. And Dimension Valley. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put the Beach into play and just fill my hands. And then whatever Brandon does this next turn, if Brandon takes a knockout, I've got a pretty solid hands now. I can Teammates. Brandon is going to be able to take the knockout with Wailord to take down this troublesome Garbodor. that has definitely changed the course of this game. I mean, this Garbodor was everything this game. And Brennan just going to Beach. But with that Beach, I do have Guzma in my hand. And that is going to be GG's, Brandon. GG's. Special laser on Octillery. And that is the dub with our Ability Lock Psychic deck. Want to go first or second? We'll go second. Looks like Trevor's going to play his Grass type deck. I know Trevor is very high on grass and thinks that... probably shouldn't say it quite like that. Playing against Trevor with his grass type deck. He's got a Grookey. I'm going second. I've got Misdreavus, Mismagius in my hand, and Necrozma. But other than that, there's not a lot going on here. Trevor's just going to pass it back to me. I do have Guzma and Hala now, though, which is incredibly strong. So let's kick things off with the Guzma and Hala. I think I'm going to discard... Let's see. It's Guzma and Hala, a Stadium card, and then 2 other cards. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, this is an insane start. We're absolutely popping off. This is nuts. So I can Guzma and Hala. I can go get Beach. I can go get U-turn board, and I can go get Counter Energy. Yep. And then I'm going to put down Misdreavus, Necrozma, Counter Energy, U-turn board, Beach, and Beach. Next turn, y'all see what's happening here, right? Y'all see what's about to go down? Yeah. Next turn, I've got Let Loose, Mysterious Message, turn 2 Special Laser for 160 damage, and no looking back. That's what we got. Yeah, we about to queue up a broken play for sure. And I've got Trubbish coming down also. I'm loving it. This is so fun, honestly. This is so sick. So Trevor's got Evolution Incense, could potentially get Thwacky into play. Let's see if he finds it. And he'll probably end his turn with the Beach. The grass deck does usually take a couple of turns. All right, it's got instead the Roserade. The grass deck usually takes a few turns, but then if you get into that few turns ballpark and it gets everything set up, then you're going to be having a bad time. So being able to be aggressive against the grass deck is very good. They've got Escape Rope. That's fine. I can just send up Misdreavus because I'm going to be using Mysterious Message to get my Necrozma powered up. And yeah, we're going to be cooking. Grass Energy on the Grookey and a Beach. Cool. We've got Bridget, which is actually like an insane card to get to play this turn if I want to. But actually... no, I don't need it. We're just going to evolve into Mismagius. We're going to put the Psychic Energy onto Necrozma. We're going to put the Muscle Band onto Necrozma. And I'm going to Let Loose. I really would love to find a counter stadium this turn. Let Loose. I could bridge it to get... but no, I think I'm just going to Let Loose. Let's Let Loose. So we're going to set Trevor to just 4 cards. And we find N and Level Ball. So let's Level Ball and go get Golett. I could also potentially... no, I can't get... I've already attached my energy per turn. Evolution Jammer would be pretty sick. But yeah, we'll get Golett. And I don't want to... I can Mysterious Message, then Ordinary Rod the Mismagius back into the deck. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's Mysterious Message. So sick. And we got the Parallel. Nuts. So we can promote this guy. And I've got Parallel City. So we're going to play that. And then I could end Trevor again, which is pretty gnarly. If I want to, but I've already got like a lot of good cards in my hand right now. So I'm just gonna hold that and let's just go in with the Necrozma. I've got like a lot that I already want in my hand. So let's just Special Laser for the knockout. And we find Tag Call. Now, in order for Trevor to respond, Trevor has to have Rare Candy, Rillaboom, Voltage Beat, and Grass from hand. So it looks like Trevor might just be in a situation where he has to Beach. Attaches Turtwig and has Beach. Now I have Evosoda to go get Garbodor and the Float Stone to put onto Garbodor. So it's ability lock time. I can Ordinary Rod back in 2 Pokemon from my discard pile into my deck. Actually, I just set up Garbodor, so I don't think I want to necessarily... Well, maybe. Nah, just the basic energy. We'll just do that for now. Energy back into the deck. And then we've got Tag Call, so I can Cynthia and Caitlin, but I'm just going to end Trevor's hand back down. I need to find a Psychic Energy if I want to actually use Special Laser this turn. I think I'm okay with just dividing my efforts up, though, and putting the double colorless here and just using Barrier Attack for a turn. Though Special Laser, that would be a lot of pressure. Yeah, that'd be really good, actually. Let's just end and see what we get. If I miss all energy, I'm going to be pretty upset. Nah, we get the Psychic every time there. And we got Colress for next turn, so that's fantastic. Put that down. And then we'll put the Blacephalon down. And Special Laser. I'm going to take the knockout. Now all abilities are turned off, so Trevor cannot use the Roserade's Le Parfum ability. And cannot use... There's Thwacky in the prizes. Cannot use Rillaboom's Voltage Beat ability. Cannot use the Grottle's Sundrenched Shell ability. In fact, all of Trevor's Pokemon in play evolve into Pokemon that have abilities, and Garbodor makes it so that none of those abilities work, which is really powerful. I think that Garbodor is a card that has not seen nearly enough love in Gym Leader Challenge up until this point. It is one of the most powerful cards in the format, in my opinion. And very easy to set up. And with Hisui and Heavy Ball, it's easier than ever to get a 1-1 line of Garbodor into play. It's also possible to build your deck in a way that you can get, you know, the necessary tool cards that you need for Garbodor very easily. And Ahmed in the chat says it's one of the most powerful cards in all formats. Agreed. It is one of the most powerful cards ever printed. And we can see how much trouble this card can give to ability-based decks. Now, Trevor does have Teammates this turn. Could use a Field Blower to get rid of the tool on my Garbodor, which would certainly be pretty good. Unfortunately, my U-turn board is on my Mew. I would love it if I hadn't played the U-turn board yet, so that could have been my fault by putting the U-turn board on the Mew, because I didn't have to. It could have been Air Balloon or Float Stone earlier. All right, the Grottle is getting set up. As we can see, Trevor looking to try and maybe capitalize with a Torterra play. Torterra doesn't need an ability to do a lot, right? Which is very good. So that could be a very strong play for Trevor. Ultra Ball away these guys. And let's go get Golurk. I don't have a way to disrupt Trevor's hand right now, but the Golurk is going to be getting powered up, so that's good. And I'm going to Colress for 9, so that certainly helps. Okay. Oh, this is sick. I can actually Scoop Up Net the Mew, which puts the U-turn board into my hand, which is pretty cool. We're just going to Special Laser. Trevor does need a bunch of evolutions for the Torterra to be able to do anything, so that's good. We're going to continue swinging. And we'll go down to 3 prizes remaining. We've got Ball Guy and a loaded hand. Trevor sending up Zarude, which makes me think maybe doesn't have enough evolutions or anything to really be able to capitalize with the Torterra this turn, which is really good for us. It just gives me one more turn to be able to, you know, really establish my strategy. You know, the 1-2 punch between Golurk and Necrozma, both of these guys work so well with this deck, right? The Necrozma's Special Laser plays perfectly with this strategy of using special energy and accelerating them into play with Shining Mew. Golurk works perfect with the tools, which obviously work perfectly with the Garbodor. There's a lot to love about the synergy in this deck. Yeah, the U-turn board would come to my hand because when it gets discarded, it comes to my hand. That's the reason it's in this deck. Now, Trevor's got Venusaur and Juniper. Finds the Torterra. It's only doing 100 damage right now because there's only 2 evolution Pokemon in play. And is going to go get Kricketot. With Special Laser, I'm doing 180 damage with my Muscle Band. So we're doing plenty of damage there. Golurk's Megaton Fall does 190, and Trevor just has to beach again, trying to build up the hand he needs in order to respond to my Necrozma with the Garbodor out. And again, we're just seeing how powerful the Garbodor is in this deck. Take a look at the supporters I have in here. I've got Guzma, Raihan. I've got a lot of good stuff, so I am probably just going to Marnie to disrupt this hand, take the knockout. Ah, that's really greedy, though, because I've got just such a good hand. But if I let Trevor do something like end me, then that could be really bad. So I feel like we just want to put the Horror Psychic Energy on, and we do want to Marnie, because that is going to make it so that Trevor has the lowest amount of chance to respond to what I'm doing. Thank you, Pika P, for the Prime sub and the 6 months. And we're going to keep this hand as is. I've got everything I need to respond to a potential Torterra next turn. Going to go to just 2 prizes remaining. We find the Air Balloon, which is great. So if Trevor does have a Field Blower play, then I can reinstate the Garbodor lock, which is fantastic. We've got our double colorless energy for a Megaton Fall. We'll do 190 damage. The Kricketune Swelling Tune ability, which is very good and gives all these grass-type Pokemon 40 hit points, 40 more hit points. I can just turn that off with the Garbodor, right? And what's crazy about this deck is that if Trevor wastes the time knocking out the Garbodor, right, then he's not dealing with my insane attackers that I have on board, right? Thank you, Smeef, for that sub in the 2 months. Look at this Psychic Spice. I'm loving it, honestly. I think the Psychic is really good. And I think that there are a bunch of different ways to play it. I really like this way. It feels like a true Garbodor deck. For sure. It really does. Just like the old days. Get out of turn 2 Garbodor. Lay the smack down. Now, Trevor does have double heads on that timer ball and is going to be able to use Evo Press to take out my Necrozma. I'm going to send up Mew with the U-turn board on it. I've only got 2 prizes left. Going to use Cynthia and Caitlin. And discard Bridget. Let's go get Lusamine? Not Lusamine. What do I want? I've got Parallel on the discard pile, which could be good. Lusamine's pretty good here. Colress is also just nuts. Let's get Colress. Cool. We've got Rescue Stretcher. So let's Rescue Stretcher. Put a Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand. We're going to go get the Necrozma back. Necrozma down. Quick Ball away. I should have burned the Nest Ball. Away Nest Ball. Shining Mew, Scoop Up Net, D-Valley still in the deck. Good, good, good. Okay. Cool. I'm going to attach this and retreat. And Golurk can swing with Megaton Fall to one-hit KO the Torterra. 190 damage. And we're going to just 1 prize remaining. Juniper rip off the prizes. Yes, Garbodor is very balanced because it turns off your own abilities also. So you have to build your deck appropriately. And there's the scoop from Trevor. GG's, Trevor. Always a pleasure. The Psychic Ability Lock deck looking great in that matchup. That was crazy. Going first against Long Dirt Harry's Water deck. We've got Mew from Unbroken Bonds to lead the charge. And some supporters in my hand. I'm thinking that we're going to kick things off. Quick Ball away. I don't need the rod, right? Hopefully the Garbodor is in the deck. It is. So we're just going to go for the turn 2 Garbodor. That's what we're trying to do. If we can't, maybe the next best thing would be to get Wobbuffet in the active spot. If we can get Wobbuffet active, then we can still shut down Long Dirt Harry's abilities with its Bind Barricade ability. Now, a tough choice here. You know, what supporter card do you play on turn 2? Do we go Marnie to disrupt? Do we go Cynthia to draw more cards? The N you want to save for later in the game. Now, Harry does have Hisuian Basculin with the Arita turn 1. This is a really explosive play since Arita on the first turn of the game allows you to go get an item card and a water type Pokemon. Can start powering up that White Kyurem instantly. And has Hisuian Heavy Ball. So this is a very explosive turn 1 from Harry. Going second. And we'll use Hisuian Basculin's Gather the Crew attack. It's a free attack, which goes and gets 2 basic Pokemon from the deck and puts them onto the bench. Looks like the choice is going to be Remoraid and Squirtle. Makes sense. We've got Golett. That's a great top deck for us. And I'm thinking Cynthia. Just nice vanilla shuffle draw 6. And we do not find the Garbodor, unfortunately. But I do find Parallel. So I can just smack them with the Parallel. Which is not the most fun thing. Because they're probably going to have to discard the Staryu. And I can use Psi Power to start placing damage counters with my Mew. Next turn, I've got Juniper, which is fine. More opportunities to dig We're just going to use Psi Power, and I'm going to place the 3 damage counters onto probably the Squirtle. That way, and Squirtle has the Shell Shield ability, which prevents damage done to it by attacks, but Mew places damage counters. It's different, right? It's different than doing damage. So, placing damage counters goes through those kinds of abilities, like Phoebus, right, and Squirtle, with their bench blocking abilities. Now, Harry has got the Gust and can use White Curum's Field Crush to discard the Parallel City, which is actually really cool, because the Parallel is going to be quite annoying, and the Hisuian Basculin evolving into the Hisuian Basculegions, quite good. Evolution Incense can get Wartortle. And this is going to be putting some pressure onto my Trubbish, most certainly. And also just my strategy as a whole. So let's see. I've got Lusamine. Not worth it here. I'm definitely looking to Juniper. I could put the Muscle Band onto the Trubbish. And just retreat it with an energy. That's probably fine. I think it's better to have a tool on at all costs. All right, we do not... The Mystery Energy gives it free retreat, which is cool. I do not have a way to get my Garbodor yet, but I have Beach and I have Let Loose. I love this play. This is sick. Here we go. Spin the wheel. And it looks like I'm going to be Beach. Well, okay. Well, you guys want to go for a ride? You want to do it again? What do you think? One more time? What do you say? Uno mas? Yeah, we definitely want to get that ability lock up for sure. Okay, let's do Air Balloon onto the Golett, I think. And then the Shining Mew can go down. That's fine. I don't have Necrozma in play yet. That's like the guy I want. But the Shining Mew can go down. That's fine. And then let's do it again. Come on, get me a Garbodor. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right here. All right, retreat. Get the Garbodor into play. And then let's go to the beach. Beach. So abilities are locked. And I was able to limit Harry's hand. Abyssal Hand no longer able to draw cards. Field Blower? What? It's got the Field Blower right there. This is what's happening. Unfortunate. It's fine though. I know. With the Blastoise! Oh, things are really starting to get out of hand here. Dang, they didn't even play a supporter yet. I just let loose them into it. I just let loose them straight into it. Dang. That's tough. That's tough right there. That is. It's okay, though. We've got teammates in hand. Freezing Flames, take the knockout. It's fine. 20 damage on the White Curum. It's good. Going up with the Mew. We've got Counter Gain also, which is cool. So I can teammates. We've got the Dimension Valley. I can teammates for, let's see, Golurk Can I decrease its attack cost by 2? Is that how that works? That's so insane. What? I guess so. Evolution Incense and Float Stone. Right? Will get me the Golurk knockout. It's kind of insane. Yeah. That's nuts. All right, cool. So here we go. We go get Golurk. Golurk has the reinforced punch attack, which costs a psychic and 2 colorless. But with counter gain, it makes it cost 1 colorless less since I'm losing. And then Dimension Valley makes it cost 1 colorless less as well, so I can use the attack for just 1 psychic energy. Put the Float Stone onto Garbodor, retreats, and reinforced punch for the knockouts. That is a crazy turn. That's nuts. I can't believe it. Yeah, that is insane. I have never used reinforced punch for just 1 psychic energy. Now, the Hisuian Basculegion is very good here. It can use its Grudge Dive attack to do 120 and confuse. It won't be taking the knockout, but it is a great tempo play for Harry to be able to confuse me and potentially slow down my Golurk. Yeah, Grudge Dive. This is such a good low-maintenance attack, and the Hisuian Basculin is such a good card for setting up. I really love that here in this deck. It is very strong. Now, I've still got the Dimension Valley in play. And at this point, it's like, okay, if I go for it and flip tails, I am knocking myself out. Which is sus. That is not great. Let's use Ball Guy. There are no more balls. No. I hate it when I have no more balls. Cool. We're going to get Necrozma. And then... oh, well, the Golurk, I have to just believe, right? We have to. You have to believe in him. There's no other choice. You can do it, buddy. Yes! Golurk! Let's go! Absolutely insane Golurk plays here. Now, in order to knock out the Golurk, Harry only has to do 30 damage. If I flip tails there, ooh, I am in a pretty bad spot. I am very much slowed down by this, though. All right, we see Harry is just going to start manually attaching to the Kyurem, which makes sense. U-turn board is not necessarily doing me anything great here. Let's take a look at the prizes. 2 psychic energies prized. Ugh. Okay, I really do not want to knock myself out. I could retreat the Golurk, which just feels quite bad. But it would also make it so the Golurk can potentially respond in a future turn, which could be useful. I'm thinking that... but I don't have a lot of energy in my hand. That's fine. Let's just retreat into Marshadow. Fine. And we're going to wait. You know, the Golurk is very strong. So, we're going to keep it here. Especially since I don't know if Harry has like a switch out in their hand All right, escape rope it is. Okay, I can use Field Crush, discard my Stadium. Ugh. All right, that's tough. That's tough for sure. I think we're saying it's gonna be Blacephalon. That's fine. I've got a lot of Psychic Energy prized here, and I did get rid of my Rod very early on. So this is definitely a grindy game for sure. The Lusamine would be good now. It's in my discard pile, as is my Versus Seeker, as is my Cynthia and Caitlin, I think, right? No? Cynthia and Caitlin's still around? Okay. Yeah, this White Kyurem is definitely putting in work. I've got Counter Energy, which is fine, but not the most useful card right now. I think I probably still attach it just in case I find another energy. I could also just wait for White Kyurem to take 2 prizes and then just use it. So I think I'll just hold off on attaching it for now, because patience is going to be key here as this game dwindles down. I know I've only got 4 basic Psychic Energy in my deck, and 2 of them are in my prizes and 1 of them is in play. So that means I've got 1 basic Psychic Energy in my deck, and I've got, yes, 1 basic Psychic Energy in my deck. That's it. So they've got the Freezing Flames knockouts, which is fine. And I find Wobbuffet, which is cool. So then let's take a look. Brooklet Hill, Mysterious Treasure, Raihan should be in here. Yes, Raihan will be very good if I can find it. Okay. That's fine. And let's go. Yeah, sack the Mew. Okay. It's tough. I'm allowing Harry to take the lead in order for me to be able to respond. Energy dropping onto the Wailord's got Freezing Flames, take the knockout. Now I can knock out the White Kyurem. The counter gain works again, which is nuts, right? But I don't have the D-Valley, so that's fine. I'm going to put up Golurk. I think we're just going in with the Golurk here. Okay. We find Rescue Stretcher, which is cool. Let's just go Counter Energy. And the Rescue Stretcher, I don't think I need any of those guys right now. So let's just Reinforce Punch for the knockout. And I'm hoping that Harry doesn't have a way to poke 30 damage this turn. Psychic Energy, Ultra Ball. Okay, fine. A lot of, you know, there's a whole lot of Psychic Energy prized. Another energy onto Wailord. Okay, and it's just going to be manually attaching to the Wailord and seeing if I can deal with it, right? Which is fair, because I might not be able to. Yeah. I definitely may not be able to deal with that Wailord. So, this is getting really close. Definitely. I don't know that I have any other... All right, Float Stone going down onto the Blastoise. I've got lots of supporter cards in my deck, so I'm like anxiously awaiting a supporter card. Big Colress. All right, that is tough. Yeah, that's going to be a huge hand for Harry to work with. Harry's only got 3 prizes left. This is a close one. My turn. We get the Colress. All right, so finally, I'm in there. I'm in here. Okay, we've got some plays. Let's go. Huh. Is there anybody here that I want to rescue Stretcher? The Mimikyu doesn't do anything. The Necrozma is my other good attacker. I've got a potential Psychic Energy in my deck to be able to reinforce Punch again. Yeah. So let's Ultra Ball away the Mimikyu and the Mismagius. What do you do? Put 5 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon? That's not a lot. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. He can't be affected by special conditions whenever you touch an energy, but yeah, the Misdreavus could low-key be good. So I'm going to put down the Misdreavus. I need to not deck out. Important. I'm not decking out. We're fine. There, we got the Psychic Energy. And what am I doing with that Psychic Energy? Okay. I've got the Cynthia Caitlin as well. I've got N. So we go with the Psychic Energy and we just simply take this knockout with Reinforced Punch. And we say, all right, hopefully you don't have a way to get 2 energy onto the Wailord next turn, right? There's no way that they play. Why are my last 2 prizes Psychic Energy? Why? Why, bro? Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. So, in order to finish off the Wailord, it's getting 3 energy now. And Nessa is the supporter choice of turn. So then I can Cynthia and Caitlin for my D-Valley back. No, that's not it. It's just Gust and swing into the Wailord. No? It's Cynthia and Caitlin for my Lusamine back. But then I will deck out. No, I've got Rescue Stretcher to put stuff back into the deck. Okay. So it's Vulpix here and pass. All right. So I have Boss and Guzma. So I could Boss up the Wailord and swing into it, but then I do have Raihan, but I need my Stadium back. So I can Cynthia and Caitlin, but that's not really going to do it. 60 damage. Okay. So the play is to I'm doing 160 damage to the Wailord this turn. If I have to no, N isn't it. There's a play here, but being low on this energy is like really not good. I think that gusting up the Blastoise doesn't do anything. Well, it doesn't not do nothing. Because that Wailord's going to be out of control. So all right. Let's see what cards are actually in this deck. Evolution Jammer and Marnie. Okay. Let's keep them in there. I won't be able to use Special Laser with Necrozma. The problem is that nobody in my deck one-hit KOs the... so I have to boss up the Wailord, I believe. So we're gonna boss up the Wailord. This is like, I think this is what has to happen. And then I Reinforce Punch. Okay. This would all be not a problem if I just had my Psychic Energies. But there are 2 prized. So now I have 50 damage I have to do to the Wailord, right? And I have like a turn to do it. Well, 2 turns. If I had my Stadium left, I could Raihan for the Stadium and Wobbuffet it. But I don't have that. I do not. So they've got Versus Seeker here. And they are looking like they are going to Guzma. They've got the Wailord built up. This could be, all right, Guzma. And it's the Garbodor going down. This is a crazy turn of events. I think this just opens the door for me to be able to win. It does make it so that now Harry will be able to build up a backup attacker. So I see why Harry does it, because Harry doesn't know what my hand is, right? I know what my hand is, but Harry is just assuming that this Wailord's going down, where that wasn't necessarily true. But with a hand like this, though, I think you kind of have to assume it's. All right, so then my play, we're going to promote Misdreavus. I've got Marnie, Guzma. I've got 2 prizes left. We're going to knock out the Wailord. They've got their abilities, but they don't have any support Pokemon in play. I can't Raihan because there are no... Oh my gosh, there are no Psychic Energy in my discard pile. So... I am going to probably just end us both to 2 and say you ain't got it. It's still like a really weird situation for me because I don't have a backup attacker and I don't have the energy to finish the game off. So let's put the U-turn board down. Shuppet can evolve into Mismagius. Will he find the cards he needs off an end of 2, right? Probably not. Let's just live. Let's do it. Rescue Stretchers, pointless. Yeah, let's do this thing. N. Yep, I understand. Okay. And here we go, baby. The Lurky Turkey. Reinforce Punch. This game has been a game for the ages. This is extremely close. All right. Does Harry have enough energy to power up that Wishy-Washy? Oh, man. Rescue Stretcher. Tell me the Drizzle's not in the discard pile. No. All right, good. I was going to say, holy smokes. Whew. All right, Rescue Stretcher. And White Curum. Is there a supporter card? White Curum, 3 energy. Harry only has to do 30 damage to knock out my Golurk. 1 water. A second water on Curum will do it. Does Harry have it? Oh my gosh, this is such an insane game. I can't believe how close this is. This is so nuts and doesn't have it. So that is GG's with Reinforce Punch for the game. What an incredible match, Harry. Wow. I mean, that was just phenomenal. And that's why Gym Leader Challenge is my favorite way to play Pokemon cards, by far. That about wraps it up for my Garbodor deck. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyGym, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content just like the stuff you watched here every weekday. Again, it's never been a better time to build your first Gym Leader Challenge deck. There are going to be multiple Gym Leader Challenge side events at the Milwaukee Regional Championships and the North American International Championships this year, and I look forward to seeing many of you there. Thank you so much for watching. See ya!